the Raised on Dialup podcast.
Welcome back to the Raised on Dialup podcast, episode number 13. If you're
That's
new
crazy.
here, like, subscribe, comment, check out the other videos. We got some bangers. Episode 12 was a great one. We had the girls featured on there.
Man.
It was fun,
It
right?
was fun, bro.
Yeah, we survived anyway. We did survive.
That's about all we did.
Got a little scary, but
Yeah.
I know we got some looking over our shoulder to do a little bit after that one. But hey, whatever. It's all fun.
Yeah,
It's all love. It's all
I've been
comedy.
tiptoeing ever since, bro.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, if you are new here, it's my co-host Tony.
What up?
I'm Casey, and we're gonna get into it, man. So what you been up to lately? What's going on?
Bro,
What's been going on since last week?
Since last week, bro, not much, man. You know, just been cooling, chilling. Crazy. So I was thinking about this the other day, and then just so happened to see like a video that popped up. So when we was kids, right?
Mm,
And let's say like in mid 90s.
okay.
Okay. If somebody would have asked you what it's going to be like in 2026, I'd almost guarantee that everybody would say there's going to be flying cars,
Yeah, like the Jetsons,
like the Jetsons,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And we all know that we're kind of getting close to that, right? With
Yeah.
the drones. It's more like a drone as opposed to a flying car. Same difference, right?
Yeah.
They have personal aircrafts at this point that, you know, I mean, you don't see them flying around. But
No.
what I just found out, bro, is that the FAA just approved for flying taxis in 26 states across the United States. And it's going to be starting as soon as this summer.
Wait, so we're talking about like flying cars.
So they use the word taxis. So I
Okay.
don't think that it's going to be like personal use, but I think what's happening is there's people that's invested in a bunch of these like personal aircraft drones.
But yeah, but like what I'm saying is like, so like people, but like it'll be basically an automobile, but in the air, we're not driving it. We're being like
You're being
chauffeur taxied
yeah,
around.
they're
now.
autonomous.
Okay.
They're
All right.
autonomous.
That's scary.
Yes, it is autonomous. I do believe it said that for certain trips over a certain length,
Mm.
there will be an actual pilot, but that pilot is more just there to make sure everything is good, everything goes in case, you know. But yes, it's basically what they're saying is basically Uber, but with aircraft. And it's been approved in 26 states, and they said it'll be starting this summer. So what else? What it sounded like was that there are some big names, like I do believe like Elon Musk was one of the people
Well,
who's
you know he's
who's
gonna get
invested,
involved, Yeah.
and they've been buying up and spending a lot of money on like these big like drones and they don't drive on the road. They're only in for the air.
Strictly, yeah.
It's not a flying car. It's only a flying vehicle. It doesn't drive on the road,
yeah.
but it's to be picked up and flown somewhere personally. So instead of your Uber pulling up on your driveway, they would drop down out of the sky on the side of the road or wherever designated. There's probably would have to be like designated pickup areas or something for
Yeah.
stuff like that. I don't know all the details, but it's been approved, and it's going to be a matter of time, like very soon, before people are being Ubered around in drones.
Which that's kind of scary if you think about it. Because put it this way, you said for long distance drives, they're gonna have a pilot. The pilot's there just to make sure everything goes,
Correct.
copacetically, everything's
Right,
according.
right.
But so even if say you figure you got a local trip, you're trying to get from one end of town to the other.
Right.
You could take one of these flying Ubers.
Yeah.
What's scary is that even if it's a short trip, we've seen the autonomous rides crash into shit.
Yeah.
In a short drive on the ground.
Yes.
So I don't know, man. I mean, and then they're talking about
I'm scared to get in an autonomous car, let alone an autonomous flying vehicle.
Exactly. You're trying to get to work. Next thing you know, you crash into a Wendy's.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
You know?
what do you do? Like, it's not like you could like hop out of the car and dust yourself off. Like, you're up in the air. So when you crash into something,
It's
you could
over.
crash into something up high, and then that thing could drop.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really. Yeah, I'm not worried about crashing. It's gravity that scares me when I'm up in the air.
Yeah, man.
You
I
know
mean,
what I
don't
mean?
get me wrong, it sounds cool.
It does.
It sounds
And
cool.
like, and don't get me wrong, like even with the autonomous cars, we've heard about, the Teslas crashing or taking off on somebody when it's
Yeah.
driving yourself. But there's still way more accidents in non-autonomous cars. The percentage is, the percentage wise is that, and I'm not even like an autonomous car person, but I am a math person. I like statistics. And it
Yeah.
does show that they are safer than me or you driving.
So the only question I got is, how high up in the air are these things flying though?
I would assume that has to do with the distance that they're going.
Because I'm wondering, like, obviously, if it's like flying vehicles or whatever, the reason for that is to bypass, traffic, stop signs, stop
all
lights,
that.
traffic jams. But like, I wonder if they're going to be flying like above building level, you know what I mean? Like top of buildings, and there's cities. So if say you're in New York City,
Skyscrapers, you got,
you know what I mean? Are they going to be flying like,
Right.
like trying to go to the level of these certain buildings? Because I'm just saying, man, you trying to go eat at a restaurant and then you trying to impress your girl, like, hey, I got us a little hover Uber, and then next thing you know, because you're in the city, it's taking you up and higher than a skyscraper, and then the car runs out of juice, or yeah, you know what I mean?
When
like,
I was in Vegas, they had them autonomous taxis, bro. I think I showed you the video of them. They just look like squares with wheels on them, and they would just taxis drive around with nobody in them, driving themselves, and that you could order them to pick you up and take you wherever you wanted. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think it's cool that it's coming.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'll be doing it.
No, it's cool, but it's scary.
It is scary, and it's one of those things. Like when we were kids, we were taught to do the total kind of opposite. Like you didn't talk to strangers. Well, we had stranger danger. You know what I mean? Stranger danger.
Oh, for sure.
And you damn sure didn't get in cars with strangers.
They made videos about it.
And now what do?
A complete opposite, bro. Complete
you know
opposite.
what I mean? Like we literally get on an app, find a stranger who's willing to come pick us up, and we get in their car with them, and we trust that they're going to take us where we need to go.
We trust that they're going to take us there based on their 5-star rating, whatever star rating.
That's all.
And it literally, to me, I mean, if you think about it, stars can be stars. You know what I mean? But the person is still, you don't know them.
If you got 5 stars in GTA, it's not a good thing.
It never is. It never is. But we are now known to trust random people to pick us up. And even there's adults that'll call an Uber and pay for an Uber for their teenager and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they taught us all these things back in the day. Say no to strangers. Don't get in their cars for nothing. I don't care if they got a dog they want you to pet. I don't care if they got some candy they want you to eat. And now we're being unlearned all that and getting in these random people's cars.
And not only that, but bro, could you imagine? I wouldn't even have the balls to text my parents and ask them to get me a taxi or Uber when I was a kid.
Yeah, right.
They'd have been, how'd you get where you at?
Exactly. You got 2 feet, right?
2 feet in a heartbeat. You better keep going. Get to walking, get to walking,
Yeah,
and so
man,
it's we're definitely going in the opposite direction of what we learned.
We're going backwards.
But forward at the same time, because in a technologically speaking, it's moving forward with things.
You know, I'll base my tip, but like, because I took an Uber just yesterday, and I took an Uber. Don't know who, whatever.
Yeah.
So I took an Uber, and I base my tip on if they conversate with me.
Okay.
Because I've gotten in a couple Ubers, and I've gotten in ones where like someone's like super chill. Like the one dude was like, "Oh, you can sit up front." You don't got to sit in the back.
Right.
He was a younger dude. He's probably around my age.
Yeah.
And we just talked,
chilled,
bullshit the whole time. Vibed out, whatever. Just talked about this and that. And then I've had other Uber drivers pick me up where you get in the car and all you hear is a, "How are you doing?" And you say good, and then it's quiet the whole ride.
Bro. When we was in Nashville a couple years ago, it was on another level with the Uber drivers, bro.
Yeah.
Because there were so many of them. And we lived we were staying in literally like a community that was nothing but big, huge houses, but in all the whole development was Airbnbs.
Oh, shoot.
And so the amount of Ubers coming in and out of this place, there were so many of them. And it was like they were competing. And so they were going, bro, like they had like waters and they would have like,
I've seen that.
I mean, I'm talking like shit some of them was extravagant. And you were just like, what
like full on service.
Remember the movie or the show Cash Cab?
Yeah, I do.
It was almost like you got in one of those, like the lights started going.
Yeah,
like,
or what was the one like Taxi Cab Confessions?
Yeah, bro. And that's how it was. It was like, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. And I mean, in all fairness, it may be a good thing because if it's just as cheap and it's just as fast, which I doubt. I mean, because if it's electric, they're gonna be electric. There ain't gonna be no gas. And so it's going to be electric, which is a lot cheaper to get from point A to point B than it is to pay gas. You don't have to pay parking.
You think the Kia boys are going to try to start stealing these hovercrafts?
But I think that you'll be able to override them. I think there's somewhere there'll be a main place where you could just override it and kill it, and it would like do an automatic. You know what I'm saying?
And their parking might even be like docked somewhere, like.
Or that bro, you steal it and it just takes you straight to the police station.
That's their anti-theft.
That's their anti-theft, bro.
You get JETSON.
It just takes you
Brings
straight to the police station.
Man.
Notifies the police ahead of time that you're coming.
They're just
It's
sitting out
got
there.
cameras on the inside, so it's took your picture. It sends the police your picture. You know,
You already fingerprinted before you get out.
everything. You know,
That'd
it
be
takes your fingerprints when you grab the door handle to get in.
Oh, yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
and I feel like that's kind of the direction we're headed. Is eventually it'll be something like that. Like, and that's
Yeah.
how they'll get the crime rate would go extensively down if the only way to get from point A to point B was to go in a vehicle that you had to pass a fingerprint or
Oh yeah,
You see
like
what I'm
like when
saying?
you're like opening the door to get in, it
takes
scans your
fingerprints and then it
fingerprint.
runs it through the system. If you
See.
got a warrant, it's going to either
Mm.
let you in, lock the doors, take you straight to the police station, or it's not going to let you in.
Wouldn't it be the worst?
If
Like
you didn't
you're-
know,
it's like a Friday. You're just trying to get a ride real quick somewhere. You know, I mean, like you got a warrant, but I'm taking.
you ain't
Uber,
really
I
thinking
care.
about it.
You get
Yeah,
in,
it was for a parking ticket
shut
anyway.
the door locks, and then the next thing you know, you show up at the police station.
Bro, you'd be like, this ain't the way.
And they're right. I didn't want to go here. I'm not tipping.
I'm not paying for parking. I'm not paying for parking, bro.
Parking about to be expensive.
Bro, speaking of parking being expensive, you want to hear a crazy fact that I heard the other day?
Well,
And I know that we live in New York.
yeah.
So as far as minimum wage, it's probably one of the higher states,
Yeah.
along with like California. I know California is probably pretty high as well.
Yeah.
Do you know that if you make $25 an hour or less, that a downtown LA parking spot makes more than you?
Wait, like, okay, so if you're making like $23 an hour, a parking spot in where you say LA
In downtown LA.
is
Makes-
making more money than you are.
Yep.
So you're getting up at, I mean, whatever, crack of dawn, whatever. You're getting up to go to work 5 days a week,
For
40
at least-
hours a week,
For at least 8 hours.
for at least 8 hours
Mhm.
at a job you hate, most likely,
Miserable.
and a slab of concrete
With
is
a couple lines painted on
with
it.
2 lines
Mhm.
is making more money than me.
How sickening is that?
How the
bro?
fuck does that happen?
How sickening is that, bro?
And it doesn't even get taxed.
No.
I mean, it's already the taxes is already going to whatever city.
Yeah.
So
Bro, I
That's
seen that
bullshit.
fact the other day, and I was like, that's and you gotta understand, there's states out there where minimum wage is still way less than what it is for us, if I'm not mistaken. You know,
Yeah.
and so like that's double what some people are making.
you think we could invest in these parking spots?
Ooh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like how you could buy land.
Ooh, yeah.
Like how much would it cost for me to purchase this parking spot?
I seen some people trying to get together and buy Spirit Airlines.
I seen that they sold that, or
Because
like
they
it.
went bankrupt. They filed
yeah.
bankruptcy or whatever, shut the doors. And there's a guy trying to get together, and he's trying to get a bunch of people together to where it's owned by the people.
Oh, well, maybe
And-
it'll fix their name because you know what they would say when they talk about Spirit Airlines, why they call it Spirit Airlines, right?
what? What?
Yeah.
I
'cause
don't know if I've heard exactly what you're gonna say, but I've heard they were shitty.
Yeah, turn you into a spirit by the end of the year.
Mm.
You ain't making it out that
You ain't
flight,
making
bro.
it out, right?
Yeah, they already.
I mean,
had
I've
that
heard they
name.
were shitty, and I heard they were like bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel. They always had technical difficulties. Like, and nobody ever wanted. You would take Spirit. I feel like Spirit should have only charged you like EBT.
Like you could pay for your ticket with food stamps.
Like you could, like that's the kind of quality of a plane ride that I've heard that
Yes.
you're taking. Like it was not good.
yes, bro,
Yeah,
that is great.
Spirit
That
is down. Hey, I mean, if the people take it over, they could do some things. They
And
could,
I seen somebody else too. One of the Buffalo Bills, Dion Dawkins.
yeah.
He put out a tweeter or whatever Twitter. He put out a thing and it said,
Oh, it's good.
yeah, don't you about to
signs you know when you're getting old.
Yeah, I know.
he said he put out a tweeter.
He put out a tweeter.
I get what you say.
Yeah,
Dion
but
Dawkins though.
the Dion Dawkins put out something. It was like, "Yo, Spirit, I heard you got some planes for sale. How much you want for one of them?"
Could you imagine if Dion Dawkins bought up Spirit?
You know he races at that local racetrack not too far from here, right?
Dion Dawkins is involved in a lot of things.
Yeah, he does the drift racing.
Really?
You know, at the one that's on right on 90, that big Indian drift pit.
Yeah.
He races there.
No shit.
Yep.
That's actually that'd be worth checking out.
Yep. Before I knew he raced there, I wanted to go and check it out just because to watch it. I've never seen a drift race in real life.
Yeah.
And so to see that in real person, I thought it was cool regardless. And then now that you know that he's there, it's like, oh, that's even cooler.
Dion Dawkins is one of those NFL players that like Marshawn Lynch, like even though that they are in the NFL, you know, they're recognized for the team that they're on, but he's one of those players that's recognized for other things. Like he just stands out.
He
Like
does,
when I've been to a store recently, and obviously where we live, it's mainly Bills. Bills,
it's all Bills fans.
yeah, Bills fans. It's Bills merchandise in all the stores.
That's all it is.
But I went to the store the other day, and yeah, they had all the Buffalo Bills stuff, but a lot of the merch in there was Dion Dawkins.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill stuff. So,
other than Allen.
Yeah, but
other than Allen, I feel like he's probably like your next face of that team.
Yeah, Allen. Well, Josh Allen is gonna have that just because he is the QB.
He's
good, but like most quarterbacks are automatically put into the stores for their states and their teams.
Have to be.
But to have somebody like Dion Dawkins, like he's like got a lot of merch in there next to the Bills, and then like you just said now, like I didn't even know he did drift racing.
Yeah, bro,
which is pretty dope.
We should go check it out this year.
We should because I want to go see that.
Yeah.
And I bet you he's gonna have Spirit right on the side of his car,
painted in yellow.
right.
Spirit on the side,
yeah.
Yo, that'd be crazy. You know, taking us back to the flying cars thing. It made me think about something. Remember when you was a kid and used to play those games like Prediddle, where if somebody had a headlight out,
you like hit the roof and then you punch somebody, like Prediddle.
Yep. and then we the classic punch bug game, right?
Yeah.
What if it gets to the point where it's all flying cars? You think there'd be games like that with the flying cars?
Punch bug with flying cars?
Yeah, like you and me, me and you in the taxi, in the flying taxi, and we see a certain color taxi fly by or whatever, and we're like, "Bow," you know what I mean? Like drone bong.
You're gonna see these flying cars. If that was me and you in there, you'd see because it'd be so.
It starts shaking.
You'd see a barrel rolling in the air because it's punch bug, bro. That would be crazy.
It would be chaos, and we used to have that was the game, bro.
Punch bug was the game, and the one time it was me and a friend of mine. We were with my dad. We were going. I think we were going out to like Henrietta, out towards like Rochester way.
Yeah,
and we went by a car lot, and I swear to God, half this car lot, if almost more than half, was filled.
Royal Rumble time.
Swear to God.
Royal Rumble time.
It was just back and forth in the back seat. It was a full-on punch bug
at that point, because you can't even keep up with which one you're talking about. You're just going until you don't even see them no more, and then you're like, okay, we're done.
We didn't even say punch bug anymore. We just
started
swinging,
bro. Yeah, for sure.
Where did punch bug come from? Like, did somebody just decide like one day, you know what? It's a buggy. I'm going to hit somebody.
Yeah, I think it was because maybe back in the day, they were a lot more rare. They weren't as common to see.
But like, what was so wrong about seeing a punch bug and being like, "Hey, punch bug"?
Yeah, I know. High five. That's a cool car.
They were like, "Hey, punch bug."
Yeah. Well, it was probably invented by somebody violent.
Somebody that was very aggressive.
They had a little aggression build up. You know what I'm saying? And so, but before phones and things like that, we would play games like Punch Buggy. We would play Prediddle. Because you didn't have. You'd play ABC game or I Spy,
license plates game or whatever.
Regardless of what game you were playing, it was chaos in the car
all the time. Yeah,
and that is, I guess, one good thing about the kids nowadays with the phones is it does give you that opportunity for peace and quiet
for the parents. Yeah,
for the parents, like on a road trip. Because back, when we was kids, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure we were annoying because we had nothing to entertain us,
and that had nothing to do. And if we did, if we were fortunate enough to have like a Game Boy or like a some kind of like little handheld system, it didn't have built-in light in it at the time. So if it was dark, you ain't seeing it.
Was over with. Yep.
Yeah. So
it was just right. What'd you do? You would go to sleep. You might eat something during the daytime. Like I said, during the daytime, you might play your Game Boy or, I was weird, dude. I'd look at road maps just because it was like, what else is there to do in a car?
Yeah. And I mean, for me, it was even worse because we all know I'm shorter. I'm 5'5", dude. So when I was a kid,
he was like, I couldn't see out the window till I was 14.
Swear to God, bro. When I was a kid and I was still young enough to where I had to always sit in the back seat and we were going somewhere long, like I could not see anything else but the sky. Like I was one of those kids that was convinced that the moon was following me.
He said the moon was following me.
Yeah, because we be
no matter where we're at, I can see it.
That moon, it looked like it's going same speed where we doing 55. That moon's doing 55.
At least.
Yeah, I had nothing else to look at. So yeah, it was boring.
It was chaos, bro. Yeah, the cars were chaos. Speaking of the chaos, dude, you showed me something earlier.
Yeah.
And, bro, that blew my mind.
So it was wild when I seen it. TikTok, I'm doing my usual scrolling and just checking out videos. And I see this headline that this kid in New Jersey got attacked by a beaver.
Beaver. Yo. Look at this shit. Oh my fucking God. Holy shit.
Bro.
Beaver.
A beaver, an angry beaver.
Angry beaver.
An
Pissed
angry-
off beaver that went at him multiple times.
Yeah, and I was watching it and I'm like, what is this beaver's deal?
Well,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? But it wasn't until I was watching it with you that you were like, yo, they're by his dam.
They were right by his dam. He was just protecting his home.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is after we watched the video and after we even talked about it for a minute, it made me think about them ain't outside kids. They was outside at the time,
Yeah.
but them is not outside kids.
They weren't outside
Because
on purpose.
A motherfucker that's outside, that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, what'd you expect? You
Right.
ran up in this dude's crib
Right.
and now you mad at him and you suplexing him into the damn river.
They launched them.
They launched this beaver,
launched them.
and it was because they was right by this big beaver dam. You could see the beaver dam. And so
Yeah,
instantly
it
I
was.
knew, I was like, that beaver is just protecting his home, dude.
That
100%.
beaver was wild, bro. That I mean, even though it was protecting his home,
He
I
was
felt
relentless.
bad for the beaver too at the same time because, was he attacking the kids? The kid deserved it. Look,
They did.
fuck them kids. Kid
Yeah,
deserved it
for sure.
But they launched that beaver.
They launched him. Like they
Yeah.
threw him a good 10 yards.
He didn't run away though.
No, he came back for more. Bro,
Mhm.
you know the crazy thing I seen about beavers? It's funny that you had said that today because I had just seen something not too long ago. You know, I'm into them weird and interesting facts and shit, especially when it comes to like animals, right?
Yeah.
And they had this skull of this beaver, right? Now we all know that if you look at a beaver, their teeth are usually like really orangey, yellow, right? That is because they have a bunch of iron in their teeth. That's why they're so hard and they can shoot through trees and their teeth literally rust.
What?
Not only that, do you know that their teeth go like all the way around because it
Like
as
they-
time, like the bone itself on both the top and bottom just is like goes all the way around into two separate spots. You know what I mean? Like this one is one thing and then this one is another. And it's because they chew through shit their whole life. So
Yeah.
naturally it wears down the teeth and it just keeps pushing it forward. Like their teeth are in their skull and it's like in a circular, like a semicircular around their skull, but it's like from their teeth all the way to the back of their head. That's how long their teeth
So
actually
their teeth are like inside like ram horns. almost.
Yes, 100%. And they're made of iron. Well, partially made of iron. That's why they're always orange because they rust.
Man, that kid better be lucky that beaver didn't headbutt him.
Yeah. Bro, I wonder, I mean,
Yeah.
could you imagine if he would have bit him? I mean, I'm sure that's what he was trying to do. That's probably about all they can do.
Yeah, but these beavers got iron teeth.
Iron
bro.
teeth, bro. Yo, could-
I
imagine
don't
if
know.
Iron Mike had iron teeth when he bit Evander Holyfield. Bro, he took his whole skull off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Nah, iron teeth is crazy. I didn't know beavers were that like, you know what I mean? That's wild.
And I think too, a lot of people don't realize how big beavers actually are.
That beaver in the video was huge.
They're big.
He was like a small dog.
Oh yeah, they're big.
Yeah, I thought
They're-
it was
they're-
gonna be
they're-
like the size of like a raccoon.
You
Maybe.
know, they're 30, 40 pound animals. You know what I mean? They're pretty stout. you know?
8-year-old ain't taking no beaver.
Nah, they was bigger kids, and I think that's and it took multiples of them to get him.
I think I think it wasn't it like the grown man that threw. the
Yeah,
beaver.
he yeeted him, bro.
First
You
thing
know-
I thought about was angry beavers. when- angry beavers.
Angry Birds.
No, angry beavers. You remember the Nickelodeon show, the Angry Beavers?
I don't remember that.
What?
I
Yeah.
thought you was talking about Angry Birds, where you shot the little birds at the thing.
Oh, I mean, he got flown like
he
one.
did get
He
flown
did.
like one.
Yeah, but no, Nickelodeon had a show called The Angry Beavers, and I think one of the beavers' name was like Norbert, or it was Norbert and some other beaver. One was like blonde looking. The one that was like blonde looking one looked like I think Harry from Dumb and Dumber, kind of like he got that kind of vibe.
That's funny.
And then the other one, the darker one, he was like Brain off of Pinky and the Brain.
Okay,
Like he was
the
dark,
smarter
but he was
one.
like, yeah, he was really an angry beaver.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought about when I seen that beaver
That's
getting
crazy.
all crazy.
That's
bro.
crazy. It makes you cartoons. Cartoons are infamous for having animals as their characters.
Yeah.
And I just seen the other day in this, I thought this was really cool. And anybody who watched Looney Tunes growing up
Mhm.
will like this. But they're coming out with a movie called Coyote versus Acme. And
Like-
it comes out Yeah, dude, it's like a CGI / illustrated. It doesn't look like the Looney Tunes. It looks more like how they did kind of like Space Jam.
like okay,
Yeah, where it's like
okay.
real but not real at the same time.
That'll be dope.
And it's Coyote versus Acme, bro, and it comes out. I think it's August 28th of this year, and that beaver getting flung across the thing reminded me like the Coyote, bro. Like he's had enough with Acme. Because he spent a lot of money on that company.
He's about to go to war.
And they've let him down a lot.
Oh, yeah. They've let him down. They've sold him faulty equipment, everything.
Bro, how many catapults did he buy that just flung him right into the ground?
Right into the ground, bro.
Or rockets that sent him way too far or didn't go nowhere at all and just blew up right there.
Yep. A lot of dynamite blew up in his face.
A lot of it. And so I think that I wonder if that's kind of like the gist to the movie is like he's had enough with him. And he's like, I'm going after him.
Yeah, now he's strapping up.
Yeah, he's strapping up. So I thought that would be pretty cool. And it's weird to me because that I feel like Looney Tunes is very much 30 and older demographic people that you're trying to go after.
Yeah,
because our kids don't really.
They don't know what Looney Tunes.
They don't know Looney Tunes.
I mean, they might have seen. Yeah, they might have seen like
they know Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
but
like my favorite Looney Tune, Marvin the Martian.
I love Marvin the Martian, Tasmanian Devil, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yosemite Sam.
I remember. Do you remember when they came out with that clothing brand Lot 29?
I remember the name.
It was around for a while, but they were like one of the main ones that I used to love getting their clothing, mainly their hoodies, because they had the zip up hoodies.
Okay.
And when you zipped it up, it was a whole it was a black hoodie, but a whole like white like graffiti looking graphic of a Looney Tune.
Oh, that's
and
dope.
like mine was like Marvin the Martian, and then the hood in the inside was all red. It almost gave you like Louis Vuitton vibes, the way it looked, and it was like red and silky inside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they did a lot of Looney Tunes.
Lot 29, huh?
Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I never like I said, I think I remember the name.
Yeah,
but I couldn't like when you said the name, I couldn't picture on none of their clothing or nothing like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you probably still be able to find it online, but yeah, they used to do a lot with Looney Tunes, and just because like it's a millennial thing. We grew up on Looney Tunes.
It is, and so yeah, I thought that was pretty cool that's coming out. Definitely something that I don't really do the movie theater thing, but once it comes out on any one of them streaming platforms, I'm checking that out.
He's going to war with Acme.
He's going to war.
Yeah,
bro.
we gotta see it.
We gotta see it. Maybe we'll throw that out on the outside for the movie night with the kids and everything.
The kids are gonna leave. We're the kids.
We are.
We're gonna.
We are.
We're gonna watch that movie. Yeah, we're gonna watch that movie.
Well, then we'll just tell them it's movie night, and then we'll put that on, and then we'll be like, get the fuck out.
Right. We said it's movie night. We didn't say you could
we
stay.
didn't say it was. Yeah.
It's movie night for us.
It's movie night for us.
You already ate food. Go home.
It's crazy. Bro. Yeah, get you a plate and get out of here.
Yeah.
But you know what else I heard is potentially coming back, and I know you've heard this. I've heard that they are thinking about bringing Chappelle Show back, bro.
Yeah, and not just like thinking, like they're strongly trying to push to get this back. So, I miss the Chappelle Show,
bro. Chappelle Show to me is one of the greatest like sketch comedy shows ever. I put it above all of them.
Yeah.
And that may be a unpopular opinion, especially with how long like Saturday Night Live has been out there. And, then you had A Living Color back in the day, Mad TV. Yeah. But for me, Chappelle Show is the #1 skit show ever made.
Yeah. And that's because Chappelle Show, Dave Chappelle did with, like you said, Saturday Night SNL, in Living Color, these were casts full of people.
Full.
And Chappelle Show was what? Him and maybe 4 other main people on the show?
Yeah, it was him and he was in almost every skit.
Yeah.
Almost all the same people were in every skit.
Yeah. And Charlie Murphy.
So what's funny about Charlie Murphy. What's crazy about that is I seen a story, and what I heard was that Chappelle was visiting Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
And Eddie Murphy suggested to him, he was like, yo, when you gonna bring back Chappelle Show?
Yeah, type that shit. Eddie Murphy laugh. Yep,
yeah. And Chappelle told him, it wouldn't be right without your brother. And
which valid.
Because especially because he was some of the skits, some of his skits were the infamous skits. Like when he told the Prince story and he told the Rick James stories and shit, bro. That was like crazy.
Yeah.
And Chappelle supposedly told him like, it wouldn't be the same without your brother. I could only do it if you play his roles. And from what I've heard is Eddie kind of agreed to this. So
to take over Charlie Murphy's roles.
Bro. Could you imagine?
Now I wonder, because obviously Charlie Murphy had a lot of like signature roles in the show, like you said, the Rick James,
doing the Prince,
a lot of them. So
the Real TV.
I'm wondering,
that one was hilarious, bro. Yeah.
I'm wondering if Dave Chappelle is gonna give him them same kind of scripts, like okay, have him like reintroduce the Rick James and the Prince, but having Eddie Murphy do it, because Eddie Murphy's funny,
But it's
hilarious.
a different funny.
He's a different, the voice, tone, everything's different.
It's totally
not
different.
The same as Charlie
it's not.
Murphy.
Yeah, it's not. They just look the same.
So yeah, they just look the same. I'm wondering, like, there's no doubt about it. It's gonna be good.
I think what he'll do is because if you're gonna bring it back, I see Chappelle's gonna bring back new skits, new characters, and everything.
Yeah,
and I think he's just gonna write it like he would have back in the day.
Yep.
And write it as if Charlie was still alive, and then Eddie would just take those spots. And so it may be new characters, completely
new characters
that Eddie can make his own. And so, I mean, regardless, bro, I am all for it. All for it, because like I said,
the Chappelle Show had the comedy that we used to love watching, because it was like a mixture of humor / dry humor / like the wildly inappropriate humor that like normal like TV shows would never air because it's too much.
It was too edgy.
Vulgar. Yeah, it's too
edgy, bro.
And Dave Chappelle did it, and he never once got canceled for it. So that shows you right there.
They was trying to give him 50 mil to do another season, remember? And that's when he took off.
He went. Where did he go?
Went to Africa.
Yeah, he went on like a whole went
to Africa for a
hiatus,
year,
right?
And
Like
just disappeared. I think that's when them people stepped in and was trying to get him to sell his soul.
Those triangle
you
people.
know what I mean? Those, you know what I mean?
Those triangle people.
Yeah, and he was like, nah, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
I think that is what it was, because it's not like he left and came back all weird.
Nah.
Because you got
like
people,
they always, like the other ones do.
Like Amanda Bynes, Britney Spears, all them.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he left and he was gone, and he came back and he was a lot more mellow. You know what I mean?
He was remember, he was jacked.
He
came back jacked, bro?
Did.
I was like, Chappelle?
I don't know what kind of workout plan they got in Africa, but I might have to go.
I know. You want to know? I know whose workout plan he was on.
Oh,
Dr. Dre's.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. He got the same trainer that I don't know if you remember, but at one point, Dr. Dre all of a sudden swolled up.
He started wearing tight shirts.
And when Chappelle took off and he started getting his health, he contacted Dre and was like, what trainer did you use? Because you swolled up. That's how I'm trying to get. And he used the same trainer that Dr. Dre used.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I mean, hey, that's cool. It worked.
Yeah, he did. He came back jacked, bro. He came back looking like a totally different dude, you know? He left looking like Tyrone Bigham.
He did.
And then he came back looking like Chappelle. You know what I'm saying?
He came back looking like Chappelle. Yeah, man. I can't wait. And you know who's actually a big fan of Dave Chappelle? And I noticed, not because of him saying it, but because of the clothing he wears, is Damon Darlin. The one that we went to go see.
He always has the C's.
And now it's like full outfits. Wearing Chappelle outfits. Was Chappelle got a clothing line?
Yeah. He does have a clothing line. I think that's just his brand in general. Like, because it's like, because I don't know if you've seen where he's almost owns the whole town that he lives in, right? In Ohio.
Oh yeah.
And he excuse me, he turned like this old club into a comedy club.
Oh.
And that same sign is what like hangs out front. That's like his brand logo.
Is the comedy, what's it, like a comedy club to give people like the chance to get their shine type of thing, or is it like a venue where they bring like famous, already established comedians?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I've never heard about the shows that they do there.
Like how they used to do like with the Apollo. Like you would have your big name people, but then you would have like, hey, that's your shot.
Up and comers. Yeah.
Make a name for yourself.
For sure. I mean, and I see Chappelle because he loves the craft and the art of comedy.
Yeah.
I could see him definitely wanting to have that type of place to find new talent, to find new and up and coming comedians, because comedians are very aware. They're very self-aware, and they are very aware that comedians that are in the spotlight are supposed to change every few years.
Yeah, I mean,
you know
it keeps up with the pace.
Whether you stay relevant or not is one thing, is a different subject.
Yeah.
But the main comedians are supposed to, and through our history, we've seen that. You know what I mean? Every few years, you get this new big comedian. They come out, they're funny as hell. They do a couple funny ass movies, and then by the time those few movies are coming out, then another one's coming up. You know?
Yeah.
And so I think that Chappelle has a very good knows that and has an understanding of that, and so he's definitely the type of person to to bring in new talent. But
That's exciting,
but to
man.
take it back to Chappelle Show, bro, who was your favorite Chappelle Show character?
Oh my God. So I definitely love Tyrone.
Tyrone Bigham?
Tyrone Bigham
Mr.
was,
Joe
yeah,
Rogan.
I think, yeah.
Something you might not know about me.
Yeah.
I smoke rocks.
Yeah.
yo, you have me dying, bro.
How you gonna have rocks and you have a blacktop driveway, Joe Rogan?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, I like Tyrone. I love the Rick James bit a lot.
The Rick James bit
Yeah,
was
I love
good.
it a lot.
And that
but-
was just like a reenactment of that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
My character though, definitely Tyrone Bigham.
Tyrone Bigham.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I liked Tyrone, but you couldn't go wrong with him.
yeah.
Ashy Larry.
Ooh, Ashy Larry. was
Ashy
good,
Larry, bro. Donnell
Ashy-
Rollins,
yeah,
bro. Ashy Larry
Larry.
used to have me dying, bro.
Yeah.
When he played dice and blowing a dice and the dust would come out. Bro, that to me was the funniest shit ever, bro.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, and I think Chappelle would bring back some of those classic characters.
Oh, for sure.
And then I think he's also, if this does happen, he would bring back some. He's going to introduce some new ones. But either way, if it happens, I mean, I'm first in line for that.
Oh,
bro.
absolutely. And they better do more than one season
Yes, please,
because
please.
I'm gonna need at least 4.
And you know
At least
what?
4 seasons.
I'm the type of person as excited as I would be to see it. If it's one of those things where like there's an episode that comes out every week, I can't do that. I gotta wait for all of them to be out.
You gotta binge it
and then binge it because I'm not with something that I like that much and that's somebody that I like to watch that much. You give me one episode and then tell me I gotta wait a week to watch the next one. Nah.
Well, plus now the way things are, so instead of like cable when we used to watch a show and it'd be a half-hour show, and then you got to watch the commercials and all that. It's not like that anymore. Now it's streaming, so you can have it to where the commercials are cut. So now that half-hour show is 21 minutes. So now you got to wait every week for 21 minutes of comedy. That's a lot of waiting.
It's a lot of waiting.
Yeah, I'd probably have to do the same thing. I'd have to wait for it to come out like a whole season's worth.
Yeah, bro.
And
just
then
because
buy it.
Chappelle Show is just one of those things. Like I'll still throw it on,
Yeah,
and just let it rock. I may not be paying attention to it, but it's just playing in the background. And
there's still certain parts that catch your attention.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And like, yeah, I mean, Chappelle Show is just classic. That's one of those ones that'll never fade. It's always gonna. It was an instant like culture classic or cult classic. You know what I'm saying?
So he went over to talk to Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, he went over to talk to Eddie Murphy. I'm sure in Eddie's giant mansion. Eddie's mansion got a retractable roof, right?
Nuh-uh.
Yes, it does.
Like he can
open up his whole roof and then close it. Like it's only in like the middle of his house. Like
I was gonna say because like,
but it's like it would be like like if you had a house like in a square and say like all the rooms and shit are on the outside and in the middle it's like a nice sitting area or something. Like bro, he can just open up the ceiling to right there and. If it's a nice day, which I'm sure it mostly is because it's LA, and just open up your whole roof and he's got like
rich people in mansions. So there's actually a mansion I wanted to tell you about that's up for sale right now.
Okay.
And when I seen it, I was like, ooh, it's gonna get scooped up real quick. The mansion that they used to shoot Scarface is listed.
What?
$237 million they're selling this mansion for.
Where's it at? Is Miami?
It's got to be Miami
You
because
would
wasn't
think
he
so.
in Miami
Or LA? At that price, it makes me think LA.
I think. Well, yeah. Well, and on top of that, where they shot the movie, it couldn't have been Miami because
I know. I know they
stuff
shot
is
parts in Miami, but I would assume some of it was shot in LA as well.
Yeah. But so they're selling the mansion now. It's listed. They're selling it for $237 million.
Unless it has the statue in the middle when you first walk in, I would need.
I'm assuming it's probably in there.
I need that statue. If I'm buying that house, I gotta have that statue
just for that. So my question is, who do you think is gonna buy it? Because I already got it in my head who I think is gonna buy it. I want to know if you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking.
Who would buy 200? Floyd Mayweather.
You think Floyd Mayweather?
That's who I
mean, yeah. It's just in your opinion, yeah.
Because a lot of these rappers and shit, they got money, but they ain't got $237 million for a house money. So I think, I mean, one of the first people come to my mind is Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who'd you have in mind?
Rick Ross.
Yeah, I can see.
I don't know if
I know he is a real estate person, and I know that he's got a lot of real estate, so he might have the connections. To
I don't know. Yeah,
like
I'm saying
that.
like I don't know if he can afford it, because like you
Right.
said, a lot of these rappers, they have money, but
They don't got that money. Yeah.
right, 237 million.
That's
But
baseball money.
right,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it might be Rick Ross, and I could be wrong, but I think right away that was my first thought because Rick
not
Ross
bad.
he's always been about the big, Miami.
Yeah.
305 Miami. 305 in my yayo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like he would want it just because of the fact that it was a
I could
Scarface
see
house.
that's a valid point.
Will he
I
get
could definitely
it?
see him on that.
Who knows? Because there's probably plenty of people that got way more money than him because it's listed for 230.
Well, and I was gonna say, is it worth 237 or is it only listed for that much because of what it is?
I'm sure it's listed for that much because of its reputation of what it is. But my thing is, it's gonna be it's listed for 237 mil. That's the listing price. There's going to be a lot of very well-off people that are going to want this house.
Yeah.
So 237 is where it starts.
Or like you said, or if at the end of the day the motherfucker is only worth 100 million and they're asking 237, it may sit on the lot for a long time because people know that it ain't worth that and you're paying for the fact that it was in a movie.
I think that's what's going to get it to sell faster.
Yeah, I think that's what'll get it to sell faster, but I'm wondering how much they bumped up the price because of that.
Oh, probably a lot.
Yeah. And when you talk, there's a lot of people out there that could afford it, that have that type of money, but those people are usually smart with their money. And they're not, unless they were a Scarface fan, or they're gonna live in it themselves, type shit. If there's not money to be made,
wouldn't it be dope if Al Pacino bought it?
Oh,
could you imagine?
Ooh,
right?
Ooh, that would be dope.
If he was
bro.
like, "Let me get that," I mean, if that's what happened, I would highly recommend that nobody interfere with that. Let that man buy that house.
And let him. Matter of fact, let him get it for cheaper.
Let him get it for less than that for 230.
Yeah, bro, that would be amazing.
Let him buy it and then host a party. You know what I mean? That would be wild.
Would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be able to go, but
but still,
have Kyson get in there like streaming or something.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
But yeah, man, 237 million. Drewski, don't let him in the house, bro. You're gonna see him walking out with "The World Is Yours" glow. It's gonna be on his.
He's gonna be in costume or something. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be on his next. What's that show he does? The no something records or whatever.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, where the people in audition for him. Yeah.
It's gonna end up being in the background next to them bodyguards.
Just sitting by. Yeah. That'd be dope, bro. That'd be dope. Yeah. What's crazy is because when I think about, we get to talking about mansions and shit like that, and you think about kids that grow up in those type of environments.
Oh, the bougie kids, silver spoon kids,
and not only do they not. You see them kids, and I don't know any of those types of kids that not from that type of money.
Nah.
But you see movies, you hear, you watch documentaries and shit like that.
Yeah.
And their parents are taking care of these kids. And when I say taking care of them, like we all know, we've all seen it, expensive cars, vacations, until they die.
Like the kids that were on like Sweet 16 that would get a car.
Oh my God.
And they'd cry. Like the girls would cry because it wasn't the right color Bentley.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like,
them kids.
could you, I'm on the total opposite end of that spectrum, right? I grew up where once you turn 18, if you're not in school still, like if you're not in college,
do
you think it's wrong to charge your 18 and older kid rent if they still live with you?
No. So the way I look at it is if you're not going to school, because the way I was raised is once you're old and once you're 18, because mind you, we grew up different. Like when we were younger, we were already working as soon as we were able to.
Yeah.
My first job was paper route because that was the only place that would let me work and make some money.
Yep.
My first real job was a cart pusher at 15, not even 50, like 14, 15 years old.
Nice.
So when I turned 18, the deal was you either go to school or you get a job.
Yep.
And if I was living in a house and we're young, we got to get car insurance for our cars.
Yep.
It's going to go under one of our parents or whatever because it's going to be skyrocketed for us.
For sure.
Yeah. If you want to have a car, for one, you need to buy your own car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or you're paying at least a good majority of it.
Yeah, 100%.
And then two, if you want insurance, you're paying for your insurance.
Yeah.
So I look at it as would I charge my kid rent? Not necessarily rent, but you will be paying for your own things. Like
Gotcha.
if you want a car, buy it. You want insurance, you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Like it's for me, it's more about while you're here, I'm going to cut you some slack.
Right.
I'm not going to charge you rent, but you need to use this time to build your credit up, build your responsible mindset up. You know what I mean? Get into the work grind, get used to paying little bills here and there. And eventually, now it's time. Now you can leave the nest and now you can go live and know how the world works as far as that.
So what if after like a year or so, like say that was the deal?
Yeah.
And then like after a year or so of that, of your kid working and, you know, you thinking they're saving up, but after a year, they ain't got no car. They ain't got no money saved. They just been blowing all their money. You know what I mean? Like, do you think at that point, it's like, well, then, or do you just say it's time to go?
I think.
Would you kick your kids out?
No, I would never kick my kids out, but I think at that point I would charge them rent just because, look, you got to learn what it's like to pay something.
Right.
You got to learn what it's like to have an obligation to a bill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they don't pay for nothing the whole time, they're not learning nothing. So yeah, if I'm not charging them rent, if they don't have anything in their name, if they don't have a car, if they're not saving money, what are they learning?
Right. Exactly.
They ain't never leaving.
I seen a thing that I thought was pretty cool. And they said to tell your kids when they turn 18 that you're going to start charging them rent.
Yeah.
Right. And say you're going to charge them whatever, $150 a week.
Yeah.
That's $600 a month.
Still cheaper than
that you're actually just putting that money away.
Oh.
And then how 2 years when they're 20, they're 21, 2 or 3 years down the road, they're ready to get out on their own. And now you'll be like, okay, well, instead of renting, why don't you go put this money down on a house?
Oh, I like that.
You know what I mean?
like that. That's actually, see that.
So they're going to be pissed at you that you're charging them rent.
Yeah.
But then 3 years later, when you're like, I ain't been actually using that money. I've been saving it because I know your ass don't know how to save it. Yeah. And so here's 30 grand.
Right.
Why don't you go put this down on a house?
And in that time, obviously, if they're paying rent and they're living at the house, their credit's up there because they're not using it. I mean, they might have like whatever lower credit, but either way, they'll have money to put down on a house instead of renting an apartment. Mm-hmm. And they won't have to worry about going to get that 30 grand on their own because they put it away without knowing they put it away. And so that's actually a dope idea. I like that. Yeah. Because they might look at it as like you're being, you know, just a jerk because they're charging me rent. This is my parents charging me rent.
But
my
parents gonna charge me rent.
Yeah.
But then that's gonna flip as soon as they realize like, oh, they was actually just looking out for me.
I like that.
See, I thought it was a pretty good idea myself. I don't know where I seen that, but
it sucks because, you know, the kids watch the podcast, so now they're gonna know. Yeah. Now they're gonna know. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you put money.
I ain't saving none of your shit.
Yeah, it's going in my pocket."
Oh man. Well, you know, for the past couple weeks, we've been doing the '90s fact.
Yeah. Yep.
And we always do it at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I know you got a good one this week.
Yeah, yeah. And so I think this is kind of ever since we talked about the about Busta Rhymes being the reptile wagon.
Yep.
It really kind of blew my mind that I didn't know that back then or catch on to it. And then I seen another one. And the 90s fact for today is that James Avery, we all know him as Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
From Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
You know? Did you know that he was the voice of Shredder for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon series?
Well, it's true because, you know, I did Fresh Prince for a long time. And whenever I'd go somewhere, somebody had done research and they found out that I was the voice of Shredder on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And if there were kids in the audience, I'd throw that voice on.
I'll take care of them once and for all.
Classic cartoon, bro. When you told me that was probably one of the only other voice actors I remembered. Well, not even like when I was a kid, I didn't know, but when I was older, I heard that. Mm-hmm. But when I first heard it, I was like, no, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is Shredder.
And yeah, and I'm only gonna say we usually just do the one fact, but it just kind of goes with it.
Yeah.
If you grew up in our era before digital music, we listened to the top 40 on the weekends with Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem. Yeah.
And I do believe he's actually still on the radio.
Is he?
Not 100% sure. Might have passed. I don't know.
I mean, but yeah, I get what you. Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
He's the voice of Shaggy.
The skedaddle Scoob, it's the Wiki Tiki! Being frayed 24 hours a day, along with his friend Scooby. Ah, it's him! It's the Wiki Tiki! Like, why aren't your legs moving, man? Run!
From Scooby-Doo.
Huh.
Bro. And what's crazy is when you hear it.
That I didn't know.
When you hear it, when you hear him, because like he had a very distinct voice on the radio.
Yeah.
He had very much a radio voice.
And that's why he was so well known, because he had the radio voice.
When I heard him doing the Shaggy voice, I was like, how did he doesn't change it that much.
He doesn't have to. You know what makes me kind of like realize that it is him? Because you could see his face, and then you could see Shaggy going yoinks,
yoinks, yeah, bro. You know, and like zoink Scoob, you know what I mean? Yeah, and so so I throw that in there as an extra bonus '90s fact.
I love that.
Yeah, Uncle Phil was Shredder.
Yeah,
and Casey Kasem was Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
I love that. I love when we can find out that cartoon characters were actors and like personalities like that we never even would have thought.
I love it, dude. I love it.
I mean, Busta Rhymes first, and Shredder.
How many more are we gonna find out?
Probably a lot. There's probably a lot more.
If you guys know any more, drop them in the comments, man. Let us know. Maybe we know them, maybe we don't know them. If we don't know them, we'll definitely give you a shout out on here. You know what I'm saying? And,
well, when we dropped the Reptile Wagon one, there was actually some people that left comments on. They said, so I forgot who they said. Somebody played the Fairly Odd Pair. Oh, they said, I think something about Method Man and Redman were voices on one of them shows too.
Really?
Shows. Yeah, and I didn't know that neither.
Okay,
I'm like,
we're gonna have to check that out too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, that's all we got for
That's about it for today.
I'm gonna let you take us out today, Tony.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate y'all. As always, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Click the links if you need any of our other links. Click the link; they're all in there. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment, and until next time, this Raised on Dial-Up, bro.
The Raised on Dial-Up podcast.